So today we have to do array. What is array, why it is used, we will see in this lecture. So before studying what is array, I am asking you to write a program. Just tell me orally, do not write the program. Just tell me orally how you can do it. Suppose you want to store mobile number of 50 students in a class, then how will you write the program? Anyone? Yes, anyone? I hope the question is clear. Na? Question is very basic. 50 students are there in the class and you want to store 50 mobile numbers, then how will you write the program? Just tell me orally.
एक number wise scan syntax and we will print it.
You are not audible.
Hello.
Yes.
So we will take the input by scan syntax and we will print it
Okay, so how many times you
50
will write
times.
the scanner? Say it again.
50 times.
Yes. And now let us suppose if I ask you to print the mobile number of 50 students, how will you print? You will again write the 50 printf statement, yes or no? So the thing is, what you are doing here, to store the mobile number of 50 students, you will write 50 scanf statement, you will write 50 integer variables, yes or no? Then if I ask you to print the mobile numbers of 50 students, you will write 50 printf statement, yes or no? Because here, because you are using variables to store the information, you cannot use the loop. How can you use the loop here? Because the variable name is different. So here the program will become very big and very complicated. And let us suppose if I ask you to update the mobile number of the 36th student, then you will count what is the variable that is storing the mobile number of 36 student. So this approach is not good. So here, because the information is related na, it is same, because we want to store only the mobile numbers. So when the information is same, it is related, we can use the array. Array means we will store the 50 mobile numbers in one place only, and using the loop we can print it, and using a single loop we can either input 50 mobile numbers or 100 or 1000 or lakh or 10,000, whatever, or million, billion. Okay. So when we have to do a repeated task which is of same data type, then we can use the array. So just read this. This slide is conveying the same information I told you. So right now 50 variables you have created. If I ask you to store 100 mobile numbers of another section, you will create another 100 variables. Okay, you will scan them. You will write scanf statement 100 times. If I ask you to print it, you will write printf statement 100 times. So the code will become very much difficult to read. Okay, and there is no differentiation here, because in the same code you are storing the mobile numbers of section A and section B. By just seeing the code, you cannot differentiate that these mobile numbers are for the first section and these mobile numbers are for the section B. So in this case, you can create two separate arrays and you can store the information in the two arrays. And by just seeing the array, you can tell, yes, this array stores the mobile number of first section and this array stores the mobile number of second section. So this is a very brief introduction of array, why they are required. Because just when the information is large, when the information is related, you cannot simply create the variables. You have to store the information in something called array. What is array? The formal definition is, it is a collection of data type. It is the collection of variables of the same data type. In the array also you are creating the 50 variables, but the task is automated by the computer system. You do not have to do it. Like in the for loop now, if I ask you to print your name 50 times, if you are not using the loop, you will write printf statement 50 times. But if you are using the for loop, you will only write the syntax. The for loop actually is run by the computer. So similarly here, when you want to store the mobile number of 50 student, still I will say you are creating 50 variables, but here using the array, 50 variables are created by the computer system, not by you. Okay. So array is a collection of data type or of similar data type. For example, here if you want to store the mobile numbers, mobile number data type will be integer. Yes or no? So this is the definition. Array is defined as the collection of similar type of data items. Means if you are storing something in array, either all the items in the array should be of integer data type, or all the items in the array will be of float data type, or double or character. No mixing is allowed. For example, if I ask you to create an array of integer, float, double and character, you cannot do it. You can create a array of only similar data type, not of different data type. So if I ask you create an array of numbers 100, 200 and 100.5. So here 100, 200 are of integer data type and 100.5 is of float data type. So here you cannot create the array. You can create the array of only one data type, either integer, either float, either double or character. No mixing is allowed. So this is also the limitation of array, but this is what is array. Okay. Array are the derived data type in C programming language which can store the primitive type of data. Okay, derived data types comes in two variety. One is called primitive. Primitive data type means whatever we have studied. We have studied integer, character, double, float, void. Yes or no? Void we will study when we will study the function. Another is called derived data type. Derived data type means it is a, it is based on the primitive data type. It is a collection of primitive data type. For example, array can be a collection of integer or character or double or float. Okay, so array or array are known as derived data type. Now I will just create an array. I hope my voice is okay. It is not breaking. Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Okay. So what I will do, let us create an array of even numbers. Let us create an array that will store first 5 even numbers, means 0, 2, 4, 6 and 8. Okay. Now I will tell you the syntax. For example, I have told you if you want to create a variable, there are two steps. First is known as declaration, giving the type and a name. Second is called definition, giving the actual value. So similarly here in the array, two steps are there. One is known as array, one is known as declaration of the array. Declaration means giving the data type, whether it is integer or whether it will store the floating point numbers or double or character. And we have to give it a name and a size. Second step is called definition. Kindly mute yourself. Okay, so two steps are there if you want to create an array. One is called declaration, second is called definition, like we are creating the variable. Okay, so we want to store the first 5 even numbers. Let me write it. We want to store first 5 even numbers in an array. We can also store them using the variables, but the thing is I have to create 5 different variables, and if I want to print them, I have to again write the printf statement 5 times. So total we have to write 10 lines. But if I'm using the array, I can write the code in around 3 to 5 lines, I think, or even less than that. So how can we create an array? First of all, you have to think about the data type. You are storing the even number. So what should be the data type of even numbers? Of course, it will be integer. So write int. Like variables, you have to give array a name. Okay, let us suppose the name of array is even. Okay, now you have to give it a size. So 5 even numbers you want to store. So now the brackets are very important. Array uses the square bracket, opens and close, and I have told you in the programming language, in the C programming language or in any programming language like C, C++ and Java, once a bracket is opened, it should be closed. So similarly here in array, square bracket are used. Okay, just remember square bracket, not round bracket or curly bracket. And once it is closed, once it is opened, it should be closed. And inside it, you have to write the size. What is the size? So 5 number need to be stored now. So the size is 5. Okay. Now this is known as declaration of the array. Declaration means like that we have declared the variables. Yes or no? Declaration means giving the data type, a name and the size. Definition means we want to fill the values in the array. Now what is happening here when I have written this line number 6, what computer will do? It will create an array of 5 elements 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Means 4 boxes are created inside the computer and the name of this array is even. Now in the bottom you can see I have written some numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the location of the values you can store in the array. Here you can store the even numbers. Why I have written numbers below the array? Because it is very important. Location is important. If your house does not have a location or an address, how can one locate? So similarly here addresses are used. It is like the address of your home or it is like the address of elements of the array. Now I have not written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because 5 elements are there now. So I should have written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But in the computers, number 0 has been given very much importance. Okay, number 0 is very important number. So I don't know what was the logic behind this, but Dennis Ritchie has said that the first element of an array has an address of 0, then 1, 2, 3, 4. You can count the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 on your finger if you want to, or you can count them mentally. These are 5 elements, yes or no? So here in the line number 6, you can check. I have created 5 elements and you can count them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 boxes are there. In these boxes, I can only store integers. Okay. So here what I will do, I will store the first 5 even number. I will store 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. Now if I want to print them, I will write print the element on the location 0. It will print 0, the value. If I say print the element on the location 3, it will print 6. If I say print the element on the location 2, it will print 4. If I say print the element on the location 1, it will print 2. If I say print the last element at the location 4, it will print 8. So you can see here the elements are stored together in the RAM. For example, if the RAM size is around 2 GB, then this array will be stored at a space that is continuous. Means the thing is these elements are not stored randomly. These are stored at one place. So that is why in the definition of the array, you can also check here, stored at contiguous memory location, yes or no? It means the array is stored in one place. It is not stored randomly in different parts. So all the 5 elements will be stored at one place. Why they are storing at one place? Because it will be easy for them to access it. Okay, it will take less time to print the elements. So I hope you have understood what is array. Array means it is a collection of variables of the same data type. So here also computer is creating 5 variables, but this task is automatic. means it is done by the computers, not by us. So array is a collection of variables, but only of the same data type. How we can create array? Two steps are there: declaration and definition. Declaration means just creating the blank array. So when I have written this step number 6, a blank array is created only. Means 5 boxes are created and the locations are there with the addresses, but I have to fill them. This filling can occur in the next step. How can I fill it? What is the name of array? Even na. So write the name of array even. I told you square brackets are used in the array. So you want to fill the first location, yes or no? So you will write 1 here. No, 1 means the second location. The first location is 0. Okay, then write equal to, and here fill the first even number 0. So after I have written this line number 7, computer will fill here number 0 at the location 0. Now what I need to do here? I want to fill the second location. Second location means 1. Okay, then fill the second even number, then fill the third even number. Third even number means 2, because we are starting from the 0. Then fourth, and at the end the last. Okay, so in this way, after I have written these 6 lines, computer will fill 2 here, 4 here, 6 here, 8 here. Okay, now if I want to print them, it is very easy. I can use a loop, because these all are stored at one place, so there is one pattern now, and for loop only works for a particular pattern. So here write for, first create a variable integer I, because the first location is 0, that's why I is initialized to 0. I less than 5, I less than 5 means, or you can write here I equal less than equal to 4, means the last index is 4, not 5, because we are starting from 0, and then I is incremented. Now you can print the elements, write printf %d and change the line. Changing a line is very important, so that the look of the code is very good. Now you will write here the name of array even, and inside the square bracket you will write I. So what will happen here is, first I is 0 and 0 is less than equal to 4 or less than 4. So here even 0 means this number 0 gets printed, then I will become 1. So number 2 will get printed, then I will become 2. Number 4 is printed, then I will become 3. Number 6 is printed, then I will become 4. Number 8 is printed. When 5 is there, this stopping condition will fail, and this is the stopping condition of the loop. So this is how the loop works. Now here, if you compare this particular code, if you have written this code with the help of only variables, what you need to do, you have to create 5 variables. You have to create 5 variables, then you have to write printf statement 5 times. But here you have to write printf statement 1 time. But here you will ask, sir, we have created, or we have written the, we have filled the array, we have filled the elements in the array, but we have written 5 lines also. So there is a shortcut also in the declaration. If you want to save time, just write here in the curly bracket 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. That's all. So if you have done this program, this is a shortcut. Okay, so if you have done this program by using the variables, first you have to write 5 variables, then you have to write printf statement 5 times. So you have to write 10 statements, but here how many lines you have written? 1, 2, 3, 4, only 4 lines. Okay, so array saves a lot of time. This is how array works. First create the array using this syntax. Now I will run the code. And the code works fine. If someone has doubt in the array, they can ask. Else what you can do, write the code in the compiler. and send the output in the MS Team chat box. Array is very important topic. Array means storing the information at one place, but there is a limitation. The limitation is you can only store data of similar type, either integer you can store in the array, or float, or double, or character. You cannot store the mix. If you want to store number, that is collection of integers and float, you cannot create an array. You will get an error. This is the only problem with the array. Other problems are also there, but it is the most often used data structure. Okay, it is very commonly used. You will use it everywhere. Let's do this. This is the declaration and these lines are the definition. Okay, definition means filling the value in the array. Another important point of array is the array has a location also. For example, in this picture, draw this picture also. If you have a copy, take a pen and paper, draw the picture. So 5 elements means 5 boxes are there, but the locations are from 0 to 4. Okay, like a house has a location. Similarly, each and every element of an array has a location or an address. If someone has doubt, they can ask, else do this program and let me know.
We start the address from 1, sir. There will be any problem, sir?
So you are saying if you start the address from 1, there will be any problem?
Sir, I'm asking, sir. That will be wrong, sir.
Okay, so here if we start the address from 1, what will happen? That is the question you are asking.
Yes, sir.
Nothing will happen. Nothing is, for example, here in the line number 14, instead of writing I equal to 0, if I write I equal to 1, it will print only 2, 4, 6, 8. It will not print the first element. Let us execute this. Okay, so here you have to write 0.
No, sir, I'm asking from E1 and square bracket 1. We will start array from 1.
Means
I'm
you will
asking.
not write line number 7. That's why. That is the thing you are asking.
Yes, sir.
So here the thing is, you can only store 4 things. You are wasting space. Wastage is considered very bad. 5 boxes are there, 5 boxes are there in which you can store the data, but you are utilizing only the 4. You are not using the first. For example, here if you write even 5, you will get an error because 5 means the 6th location. Do not do this. This is not in the array. Even 5 means from 0 to 5 it is a 6th location. It is outside the array. If you start from the 1, you are wasting a space. That is not considered good. We will do a lot of programs on array. This is the first program. Execute the program and do not directly copy paste the code from my screen. Just see the program. Okay, try to understand it, then open your compiler and type the code by your own without looking at my screen. The starting location of the array is 0, not 1. Remember that.
स्टोर करता है यानी 1 बाइट को स्टोर करता है। यहाँ पर आपको ये 1 बाइट स्टोर करता है ये याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है। जब आप सी प्रोग्राम में
Do not unmute yourself. I am giving you 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I will check the output. Okay, good. 2 students have sent the answer. I will wait for other students. This picture is very important. Okay, if you are creating a notes in your copy, just draw this picture.
सर हमको एरे यूज करते वक्त डिफाइन करना पड़ा क्या वेरिएबल, लाइक हम मॉड्यूलस ऑपरेटर से इवन नंबर्स नहीं करवा सकते हैं?
Repeat your question again. I cannot understand it.
सर बेसिकली से हम मॉड्यूलस ऑपरेटर को यूज करते हैं इवन और ऑड डिफरेंशिएट करने के लिए, जैसे हमने किया है पहले। तो ये वो एरे में से यूज करेंगे अगर हमको ऐसे डिफाइन करना है 2 4 सेट।
Here the thing is, we will do a program in which you have to differentiate between the even number and the odd number. But
Okay.
the thing is, here I am giving the even number by myself. In the question I have specified we want to store only even number. So why we need to use the modulus operation? For here, for example, here to check whether a number is even, I can write here if even of I modulus 2 is double equal to 0. Means if it is an even number, only then print it. I can write a line like this, yes or no? Even I means even 0, and at 0th position number 0 is stored. If you divide 0 with 2, the remainder is 0. If you divide 2 with 2, remainder is 0. If you divide 4 with 2, it is 0. If you divide 6 with 2, it is 0. If you divide 8 by 2, it is 0. That is fine, you can write this line. But here I have specified na, that the number is already even. So why should I write this line? Okay. If I execute this program, still it will print the even numbers. Okay. It is not necessary. Here we will do a program in which I will ask you to input 5 to 10 numbers from the keyboard from the user, and then you have to print also which number is even or odd. At that part you can write a if and else statement. If statement can tell like whether a number is even, else statement can tell whether a number is odd. We will do it. Now you will not write or you will not fill the array like this. Okay, why? Because this is a long task, it is a complicated task, it takes a lot of time. I have told you this particular notation. Why? Because in the beginning I have to tell you that the indexes or the location start from the 0, but instead of doing this, do the shortcut, fill the value in the array using the curly bracket 0 2 4 6 8. Okay, it will save time, that's all. But remember, the first location of the array is 0. It is not 1. So if I ask you to create an array of 100 number, then the location will be from 0 to 99, because from 0 to 99, 100 numbers are there. Okay, good. I think a lot of students have replied. Now I will give you a very simple question.
Sir.
Yes. Uh-huh.
सर बार बार 5 आ रहा है आउटपुट.
Okay, have you sent the code?
No sir.
Naman, send the code. I will check.
Yes sir.
So semicolon is there after for
Yes,
statement.
that is the problem. Naman, at line number 13, semicolon is there. So what is happening? The value of I will become 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then it is printing the wrong result. Means, line number 15 is not reached. So after the for, remove the semicolon. Just remember, after if, else and for, or while, or after other some of the statements, semicolon is not used. Okay. Now let me give you a very simple question. Okay, these are the MCQs. Okay, maybe your family size is, let us, for example, in my family, 4 people are there. So maybe in your family, 3 people are there, 4, 5, whatever. So it depends on you. Just store the mobile numbers of your family member using the array and just print them on the screen using the for loop. Do it ASAP. Very basic question. I have given this question just to check whether you have understood the syntax of the array or not. We will today do some of the questions on the HackerRank platform because we have started the array. Now you can do some complicated questions also on the HackerRank platform. We will do another program. In the another program, we will take input from the keyboard. In the previous program and in this program, you are giving the input. Yes or no? For example, the A1 numbers, I have given them as an input. Mobile numbers, you will give as the input. In the next program, we will take input from the user. Mobile number data type will be integer. Okay. Normally, I have told you the size of integer depends on the system. Normally, in average case scenario, the size of integer is 4 bytes. So in 4 bytes, I think it can easily store the 10-digit number. So create an array, write int space mobile number in the bracket. Let us suppose if 4 members are there in the family, write 4, then equal to, then curly bracket, fill it with 4 values. And if you want to print them, then I will start from 0 and I will be less than equal to 3, because from 0 to 3, 4 numbers are there. And just print it, that's all. And some errors student do, for example, 4 family members are there, so the last location is mobile number. If it is the name of array, mobile number in the square bracket 3, means if 4 family members are there, then in the array location are 0 1 2 3, because from 0 to 3 4 numbers are there. But now let us suppose if you want to print the fifth location, if you write mobile number in the bracket 4, then you will get garbage value. Garbage value means a unknown value, so it is not correct. Last location will be size minus 1. If family members are 4, last location of the array will be 4 minus 1, which is 3, because we are starting from the 0 now. We are also counting the 0, that's why. Remember this thing always in the array. Sometimes, you know, new student get confused in this thing. At max, keep the size of array at 5, means store the mobile number of only 5 family members. And if you do not know the mobile number of your family member, then you can fill random data. But I think at least you know the mobile number of your family member. Yes or no? If you are living in a joint family where 10 people are there, do not store the mobile number of 10 people. At max, store only mobile number of 5 people.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Ojal.
Sir, in my code, sir, after running the code, I'm seeing that in front of two number there are minus sign coming over. So first I have written this code. That time it was not happening. Now minus sign is coming. Can you please tell me the mistake? I am sending the code in the chat box.
Okay. Minus sign comes when your computer cannot store the 10-digit number inside the integer. Overflow is happening,
Yes,
okay?
sir, I'm facing the same problem.
Sir, this problem is also with me.
It means maybe your computer, in your computer, the size of integer can be 2 bytes. It is not 4 byte. If all of the students are facing the same problem, then you can use the float. But in the float, you know, you will get 10 numbers mobile number, then dot, then 0000, no problem. If you are getting minus mobile number, it means the inside the integer the 10-digit mobile number cannot fit. It is overflowing, means data is coming in and out in random order, so use the float, no worry.
So the negative sign is coming in the first and the fourth number.
No, then
And
is
so
some issue. Send the
second and
code.
third is
What I will do, I will write the code, no worry. Let me check whether it works or not. So here the mobile number is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10.
वो राजू सर ने बताया कि अनसाइंड और साइंड इंटीजर होते हैं ना सर, तो अनसाइंड यूज करेंगे था तो पर वो अनसाइंड का
Yes,
सिंटैक्स याद नहीं
unsigned
आया.
it will work. In the unsigned it will work. You can write here unsigned. Still it will not work. Instead of int, let us write the float. Let us see. The float it is not working. In the double, let us check. Give me 2 minutes. I will check the error.
चलो नीचे परसेंटेज डी चेंज नहीं होगा क्या?
Oh, okay. That's why, you know. Then it is working fine. You know, I was thinking, where is the error? You can use even float here, okay? In the float, it works fine. The float is working. The long float, in the double, it is working fine. So
float is
float here in my system, it is not working. In double, it is working. So the thing is, you cannot store a number that is of 10 digits in the integer. You have to use the float. So here the answer is wrong. If you use the integer, you will get wrong answer. Why? What happens is the data will overflow. Let us suppose integer size is only this. It can store only 5 digits. Okay. You are storing the number 9 8 5 4 3. Then the next number will come here like this. You know, some overflow will happen. So you will get a wrong answer. So I think you should use the double. unsigned integer I think will also work, but here I think you have to write UF or UD here, then it will also work. Because if you use the unsigned integer, then it will store only the positive number. So the negative range is also transferred to the positive range. Okay, I think the range of positive or the unsigned integer is from 0 to 65536 if I am correct, because now 32 bits are available. If you are using a simple integer, half space goes for the negative number, half space goes to the positive number. We have not studied the unsigned integer because this is a practical class and I have only told you the main things. That is a theoretical thing. So use the double or the unsigned integer, then it will work.
Sir,
Yes, so now it's
sir, I am facing a different type of problem. Sir, मैंने जो नंबर डाले आउटपुट में वो नहीं आए.
Let me check. Yes, because you are using the integer, na? Integer size is only, you can say 4 bytes, but actually out of 4 bytes, 2 bytes are available for the positive number, and in the 2 bytes you cannot store 10 numbers. So instead of using integer, use the double. So in the line number 4, instead of writing int, write double. In the line number 14, change percentage d to LF, long float.
Yes, sir.
Can anyone check whether with unsigned integer it is working fine or not? Use the percentage u notation, I will check. Write int here. Instead of writing percentage d, write percentage u. No, unsigned integer will not work. You have to use the double. Okay. So I think this question is clear. If there is some doubt, you can ask, else we can move to the next program. Now what we will do, we will take input from the user. So here actually 5 numbers were there, na, 0 to 468. But here I am giving the input. But let us take input from the user. So how we will do it? Declaration is there. So simply write a scanf statement, that's all. Scanf. Okay. We are reading integer, that's why percentage d and comma. The first number that the user will input, we have to store in the 0th location, then at the first location, then second, then third, then fourth, and that is the end. That's why right here even this is the location where we want to store the number at the 0th position of the array. That's why name of array and the location. Okay, if we do this, what we have to do, we have to write this statement 5 times. So that is not a good thing. Here we will write 1, then we will write 2 here, then 3, then 4. Means we will read one number, we will store it in the 0th location, then we will read another number, we will store it in another location, like this. Okay, so instead of using this, simply use a loop now. Create a for loop. Int j, let us write. For j equal to 0, why j equal to 0, why j is not 1? Because 0 is the first location in the array, you all know. And j less than equal to 4, not 5, remember that. Then j is increased. Okay, here give the message also, that enter a number, enter even number, and use the /n also. And here scan the number, and here instead of writing 0, write I, because write j here, because here j will become 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. So it will input the first even number, the second even number, the third even number, the fourth even number, and the fifth even number. So writing printf statement is very much necessary. Why? Because if you are not writing the printf statement, then user will see a blank screen and user will not know what to do. But if you are printing a message, enter a even number, then he or she can input the number. Okay, so here we are taking the input from the keyboard. Enter even number 0, second number 2, 4. At 4 it stopped. Let me check where is the error. Oh, ampersand is not there in the scanf. Ampersand should be always there. 0, enter, 2, enter, 4, enter, 6, enter, 8, and this is the array. Okay, right here one more line, printf printing the array. Okay, it will print the array. /n should be also there so that look of code is good. First number 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so do this program. It is the same program, but the thing is here my code is good. It is interacting with the real world. It is taking input from the user. So loops are always used in the array, because this is the advantage of array. Na? We do not need to write printf, scanf statement many times. If we want to input something in the array, use a loop. So we have to write printf statement for only one time, not for multiple time, or scanf for only one time. Okay. In the scanf, do not forget to write the ampersand, else program will not work. Do this. Do not write the code from the beginning. I think you have already written the code. Open that code and change only the first part. And do not send the code for this. I will give you around 2 to 3 minutes. Then we will do some another question. I will give you an exercise question. Do not send the code of this particular question in the MS Team. So I think I can give you another question. Okay, simple question. You will read 5 numbers from the keyboard. Let us suppose if the user entered 100, 200, 101, whatever. Okay, so you will print these are the even numbers and these are the odd numbers. At one place you will print. For example, let us suppose the user entered 10, 5, 4, 2 and 1. So you will read this particular stuff using the loop and the printf and scanf statement. Okay, then you will print the even numbers are 10, 4 and 2. Then you will print the odd numbers are 5 and 2. Okay, simple stuff. Here you have to use one loop for scanning the numbers, 5 numbers. Then you have to use maybe 2 for loops, or you can even use a single Here you have to use two for loop. Yes, one loop to print the even numbers and another loop to use the or to print the odd numbers. So total 3 loops are required, because here I am asking you to print even numbers and odd numbers separately. Means first print all the even numbers, then print all the odd numbers. So you have to write 3 loops. One loop to input the number, one loop to print even numbers, and one loop to print the odd numbers. To print the even number, you know the modulus operator. The remainder should be 0. For odd, the remainder should be 1. Simple thing, na? Do it ASAP. And just give me 2 minutes. I will back in 2 minutes. Ayush, your code is correct, but the thing is, it is not printing the even numbers separately. It will print, 10 is a even number, 5 is odd number. No, I don't want this. I want your code to print all the even numbers separately. First it will print these are the even numbers, then it will print these are the odd numbers. So for that you can write another loop, but yes, your logic is correct, it is fine. Other students, do it ASAP. If you have some issue understanding the topic, you can ask, because array is the main topic, it is used everywhere. It is the most famous data structure. Data structure means it is something that holds the information. Other data structure are also there, like linked list, that we will not study, binary tree, that we will not study. But the thing is, the famous or the most basic or the simplest data structure is array. That is very easy to understand. It is difficult to understand linked list or binary trees or whatever, but this is the most commonly used data structure. You will see it everywhere.
मेरे कोड में सर प्रिंट एरर प्रिंट नहीं हो रहा सर सही से.
Okay, you can send the code.
I sent it.
I cannot say it. Let me check. In the printf, you have used the ampersand, Yaman. We use ampersand only in scanf. No worry. So far, only 2 students have sent the answer, Randeep. Sorry, Ayush and Yaman. Other student, I'm waiting for the answer. Let me know if this question is difficult. I can write the code. No one has answered it. I mean, a lot of students have not answered this. Shall I write the code? Raise your hand if you want me to write the code for this particular question. If you are not able to write the code, raise your hand. And of course, if you are an old student. Just raise your hand. You can tell me verbally also if you're not able to write the code. I'll send the answer. Or if it is very simple code and you do not want to write the code, No worry, I can give you some complex question also. I think the code is simple, that's why you guys are not replying. No worry. First we will discuss some MCQ questions. And I will ask a particular question to answer this. Okay, so Anurag sent the code. Good, Anurag. Let me ask from Naman. Naman, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Simple question is there, no one else will answer. Tell me the answer. Naman, any guess? Don't worry if the answer is wrong. Any option, but give me some explanation. Maybe some of the definitions are strange, but you can find the related words here. I have told you some of the related words. You can find them here and you can easily answer it. Any guess, Naman? Any guess?
Sir, B, container of objects of similar types.
Yes,
सर
here.
आपने आज ही बताया कि नंबर्स जैसे आपको स्टोर करने हैं, बहुत सारे नंबर्स करने हैं. Hello?
Yes, this is the correct answer, Naman. Here this word will give you the answer. Similar type. Similar type means similar data type. Container means what is container? It contains many things. Na? So similarly in the array, you store many data types, but the data types are similar. So option number B is the answer. Simple question. Good, Naman. Now let me ask you another question. Who will answer it? Sojal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take your time and tell me the answer with explanation.
Sir, I think it would be a garbage value.
Okay. The thing is, for this particular concept, I do not expect an answer because this is a different concept. So I will tell you the answer, okay? Let me write a program and then they'll tell me the answer, okay? I think I have told you that default value of integer is 0, for float and double it is 0.0, yes or no? But same concept does not apply here in the array. If you are not giving the values in the array, do not expect here, because the data type of array is integer, array will not fill zeros here, okay? It will fill garbage value. It is different concept for the array. So if I execute this code, you can see garbage value, not 0. Yes or no? Some garbage value is there. If I rerun the code, again, you know, there is some garbage value. Garbage value means it is different for your system. It is different for my system because I have not initialized the array. I have not filled the value in the array. But let me fill only one value here and let us check. Let us suppose I am filling the first even number or 2 even numbers I am filling. Then the system or the array will fill the default value of integer. I hope you are understanding the rule. If I am not filling anything in the array, garbage value is filled in the array. But if I am filling at least one element in the array, then all the remaining elements in the array are filled with the default value of the data type. For example, here I have filled 2 elements, 0 and 2. So other 3 elements are empty. Yes or no? So here, because we are using integer data type, fill the default value of data type means 0. Okay. Similarly for float, it will fill 0.0. So similarly in this question, 10 elements are there, but I have filled only 5 elements. Because I have filled 5 elements, now I have filled something in the array. Now that's why the other elements are filled with the 0, not with the garbage value. But let us suppose I have not filled any value in the array, then garbage value is printed. But here the output is option number D. Okay. Because 5 does not mean 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 means the 6th location, and at 6th location 0 is stored. At 7th, 8th, 9th location also 0 is stored. I hope it is fine. Remember this rule in the array.
Yes, sir.
If you partially initialize the array, the remaining values are the default values of the data type. If you are not filling anything, garbage value will get filled. Who will give me the answer? Yaman will give me the answer. Yaman, very simple question. Give me answer in 10 seconds. Yaman. Okay, I will wait. Here two
I think
things.
0 only. So 0.
0. Okay. No worry. Here I will say it again. You know, this is a strange concept because I have not told you. Here it is not necessary to give the size of array. It is automatically calculated. Okay. When you are filling the values, it is not necessary to give the size. Here you can write 3. That is a good thing. But if you are not filling the size, computer will fill 3 here. So the thing is here, this is the array and 3 boxes are there, 0, 1, 2, and the values filled are 1, 2, 3. Yes or no? Now you want to print the 4th value. There is nothing called 4th value. So it will print garbage value that is there in the random access memory in the RAM. So garbage value is printed. Okay. So it is not necessary to give the size while you are giving the definition in the same line. Okay. If the size of array is 4, then you know 0 is printed. But here the size is only 3. Now there is nothing called the 4th location. There is nothing called the last location is 2 because from 0 to 2, 3 numbers are there. There is nothing called ARR in the bracket 3. Array in the bracket 2 is the last position. So if you write array 3, some random value that is present in the RAM gets printed on the screen. Okay. You will get a lot of MCQ question from the array. That's why to clear the understanding, we are doing the MCQs on the array first. Later we will do the program. Take your time. Who will answer this? Just wait a second. Okay, Vanshita, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Take your time. Take a pen and paper. You can take 5 minutes and you can tell me the output.
So I think 0.
Mm-hmm.
So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, good try, Vanshita, but that is not the correct answer. Now, I will pass the question to Anurag. Anurag, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me the answer? No one else will answer in between. I will ask the name of student, okay? Take your time, Anurag. There is no hurry. That is a good question. Okay, very good question. Vanshida told the correct answer, but partial correct answer she told. She is not telling the correct answer. So, Anurag?
Sir,
Yes, Vanshita?
sir, due to pre-increment, maybe it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
Again, wrong answer, but good try. Anurag? No worry, take your time, Anurag. There is no hurry. But no one else will answer in between. Question like this you will encounter in the placement exam or in any exam, whatever you're giving, or more complicated, complicated question will be given. Anurag, any choice? Any answer?
No, sir. I think it can be 1, 2, 4, but I'm not sure. 2, 3, 4.
No worry. Okay, Yaman?
So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, wrong. That is the same answer I think Vanshita gave. If someone has different answer, this question is open to all. If someone has different question or different answer, they can tell me. If you have different answer, if your answer is not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you can tell me. Anyone? Come on, this is not a difficult question. We have studied all the concepts that are used here. You know how the prefix operator works.
Sir, one will print over. Sir, one print over only.
No, 5 elements will be printed. Now we are printing the array. 5 elements will be printed. I will not tell you the answer. Take your time. You have to tell me the answer.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0.
No, wrong. Now this question is open for the all. You can write the code even in your compiler and check the output and tell me the answer. I will not tell you the answer. Take your time. You can write the code in the compiler if you are not sure what the output is. Come on, this is not a difficult code. You are doing the error in the prefix operator. A variable cannot have multiple value. A variable cannot have multiple value. This is the first thing you are doing wrong here. Here you are assigning, I think, 2 values to the variable I. Variable I can have only single value, na? No? Okay, take your time. You have to tell me the answer.
Sir, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8.
No. You can take help from the internet. You can write the code in the compiler. Tell me the answer, but with explanation. There is no strange concept that is used here that we have not studied in this lecture. Simple concepts are used. I have even given an hint that a variable can have a single value. A variable cannot have multiple value. Yes or no? So here you are doing the mistake. You are assigning multiple value at a point of time to the variable I.
Sir,
हाँ.
sir, can you re-explain? मैं disconnect हो गया, पता नहीं कैसे.
I have not explained it. This question is open for all,
Okay,
and students are trying to find the answer, and you have to tell me the answer. Here the thing is, you are not doing mistake in the array, you are doing mistake in the prefix evaluation. Okay, you are doing the error in the prefix operator, not in filling the array or not in creating the array. That's why you have to tell me the answer, because we have studied prefix and postfix operator. We have done a lot of questions on this. I hope you remember the concept. Prefix means the value will be incremented in the same line. It is not lazy. Okay.
Sir. Okay, sir, I get that.
Say it again.
Sir, when we inside the file.
You are not audible, Naman. Sorry, Yaman.
Sir, answer is 64223761234.
So what does that mean?
The garbage value?
Garbage value then?
No sir, garbage नहीं है sir, same आ रहा है sir.
The first value will be garbage value. Put a slash n also. Put a slash n also here. Here put a slash n also.
Sir, A0 की सब value assign नहीं हो पाई sir.
The output will be a garbage value 1, 2, 3 and 4. Here put a slash n, okay? Else you will get all the values in a single line. Now you have to tell me why at the first location garbage value is there. Why 0 is not there? 0 should be there, na? Yes or no? Because I told you the concept, na? That if you are not filling the array, it means the garbage value is there. So let us check out this question. First, here you are creating an array, yes or no? Here you have not filled the value. So what computer will do? It will create an array A having 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the location. And here it will fill the garbage value, garbage. I will not write it, okay? Now here there is a variable. Now this is the scope of the while, yes or no? Because you all know when no curly bracket is present, the scope is a single line, correct? Here there is one more thing. This is a you can say prefix operator. The value of I is 0. So value of I is increased, means value of I is 1, yes or no? Because in an equation in the equal to, the right hand side is evaluated. Now some student, what they are doing, they are filling 1 in the first location. How can you do that? If you are filling 1 in the first location, it means you are writing this A0 equal to 1. It means variable I has a value 1 also and 0 also. Can it happen? I have told you na, a variable can have a single value. So if on the right hand side, if you are increasing the value, it means the value of I is changed. So here I will become 1. So it means at the first location you are transferring 1. Here the garbage value is there. Here the garbage value is overwritten with the 1. Then when the while loops works again, here plus plus I means value becomes 2. So here on the left side also the value will become 2, because you know variable is same. I is a single variable. So it can have value 2. So here 2 will get filled, here 3, here 4. So at 4 places the garbage value is overwritten, but at the first place the garbage value is not overwritten, because I have told you, if in the same line you are not initializing the array with some value, then garbage value gets there, not the 0. I hope you have understood this. I can give you 5 minutes or 2 to 3 minutes. Take your time, try to understand it. If still it is not clear, let me know. I can explain it for one more time. That is a good question. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, it is a good question. ठीक सर वो आंखों का दो.
Yes, आंखों का धोखा. I have another very good question. Okay, that came in the TCS. In the TCS placement exam. That is very good question. But let us study that particular question also.
सर
Mm-hmm.
सर गार्बेज वैल्यू जब भी हम प्रोग्राम कंपाइल करते हैं हर बार चेंज होती है ना?
It is not. It depends on the compiler, because in my compiler it is not changing. But yes, if you restart the system, it will change. Look, garbage value means nothing. In the RAM, numbers are there, so it is picking one number. That number can be changed by the operating system. That cannot be changed. It depends on the operating system. Now we do not know. I cannot tell you the answer. It depends on the operating system or the compiler. But yes, when if you restart the program, if you restart the computer, of course it will change. So I think we can do the next question. This is a simple question. Who will answer? Okay, Ayush, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I think you have not answered the previous question, no?
No,
I mean,
sir.
it is the first time you are answering, no, in this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay, take your time and tell me the answer. No one else will answer. There is no hurry. Take as much time as you want. I think you know the size of float. Size of means the size. Float size is fixed. It is 4 byte. Integer size is not fixed. It can be 2 byte also, 4 byte also. Normally 4 byte is allocated for integer. Look, if it is not specified what is the size of integer, you will say it is 4 byte, but still it depends on the operating system. It can be 2 byte also or 4 byte also. But the size of float and double and character, it is fixed. Character takes 1 byte, float takes 4 byte, and of course you all know double takes 8 bytes. So here the size of float is 4 bytes. Here, you know, size of means print the size in bytes. For example, float size print 4 on the screen. Okay, like this. Size of, it is a function, we will study the function, but here size of means just the size in bytes.
सर 4 प्रिंट होगा.
Okay, Ayush, that is the wrong answer, but good try. I can pass the question to Randeep. Randeep, can you hear me?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Take your time. I have not told you about this concept, but I think you can answer it by your common sense. So, Randeep, what is your choice?
Sir, I can try. Just a minute.
Okay. No one should execute the code inside the compiler. Just, you know, answer it by yourself. After this, I think I should take the attendance. We will do the question like we will, you know, add the elements of the array. We will reverse the array. We will print the elements in the reverse order. We will do some other operation. We will do the programs in the next class. Okay. Today, you know, we have done the MCQ because I think first we should do the MCQ, because with the help of MCQ, you will understand the topic more deeply and clearly. So Randeep, any guess?
So 4 and 0.
It is wrong. No worry. Thank you, Randeep. I can pass the question to Sejal. Sejal. Okay. I can pass the question to Akshat. Akshat, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay, this question. Okay, Akshat, tell me the answer. You guys can write the code inside the compiler. Tell me the answer with explanation. Okay, if you are running the code in the compiler also, you can do it. But I need
Sir, I can
explanation.
guess.
Can I try?
Yes, tell.
सर वो 16 और 4 प्रिंट करेगा क्योंकि साइज ऑफ ए बेसिकली पहला 60 प्रिंट करेगा क्योंकि वो एरे का साइज प्रिंट कर रहा है और एरे में चार डेसिमल नंबर हैं तो वो एक फ्लोट कैरी करता है 4 बाइट तो 4 into 4 16 हो जाएगा और साइज ऑफ ए ऑफ 0 जो लिखा है वो एक पर्टिकुलर कंटेनर का वो कर रहा है.
That is the correct answer, Anurag. So here A0 means the element. For example, this is the array. Let us fill the value 12.4, 2.3, 4.5, 6.7. At the start of class, I have told you here. Let us suppose if you want to do this program without the array. So what you will do? You will create 4 variables now. 4 variables of type float. Yes or no? Similarly here, when you are writing 12.4, 2.3, 4.5, 6.7, in the background also 4 variables are created, but you cannot see. Now here A0 means the first element means 12.4. What is the size of 12.4? I have told you the size of floating point number is 4 byte. Oh sorry, I written 0. So here 4 byte or 4 is printed on the screen because that is the size. But when you write A means the size of array because A is the full array. If you write A0, it will print 4. If you write A1, still it will print 4. If you write A2, still it will print 4. If you write A3, still it will print 4. Why? Because you are printing the size of individual element and each element is a variable. It is stored in the variable. Yes or no? It is stored like a variable. But when you write the name of array, it means the size of full array. So here 4 elements are there and size of each variable is 4 byte. So 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 means 16. Yes or no? So the answer is 16 and 4. That is a simple question. If someone has doubt, they can ask, else I will take the attendance. No doubt now. Actually, we have to do a hacker rank question also. I think I will give it as a homework. Now you can start doing the question on the hacker rank because we have studied the array concept. At least we have done the beginning of the array. Just wait, the Chrome will open up. Because you know attendance takes a lot of time. I will give you the link of hacker rank. This is the link of hacker rank. Open it and sign up on the hacker rank using your Google account and write the code. You have to pass some test cases. Let me send it in the chat box. You need a laptop to do this. Mobile you can also do this, but the screen is less, the screen is small. So you can open the HackerRank website, at least sign up, and you will receive a window. In the window you can write the code. It is very basic code, it is not difficult. Okay, it is simple code. The only thing is you have to write the code correctly, because you have to pass the test cases. Means, let us suppose you have written the code correctly, but let us suppose in the program you have to print Amity University. Means Amity space university. Your program that you have written is also printing Amity University, but it is not printing the space. Means even if you do an error in the space, you will not pass the test case. You have to pass the test case. It doesn't matter if you are writing the correct code. Okay, so just try it, and then I will take the attendance. I think some students are new. Some students are attending the class for the first time. Maybe their name will not be visible in the Amazon. Then from the next class, I can mark your attendance. Open the HackerRank, click on the Gmail, sign up using Gmail, because it is the easiest way. Of course, you can sign up using email also. It depends on you. That is a homework. Okay, after this we will do a very good question on the array. I think the question that I've given you on the HackerRank is very simple. You have to read, I think, integer, a double, a float, or whatever. Okay, it is very easy. Sahil is present now. Sahil Sharma.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Chirag is present. Chirag Sharma. Can anyone check in the attendee? Chirag is not there.
No, sir. No, sir. He is attendee.
Okay. Shivangi.
He is also.
Rudra.
Present, sir.
Rudra is not there na.
No, sir.
Ritvik is there. Roshni.
Yes, sir. Rudra present.
Rudra is there. Rudra, you were absent in the previous classes. Okay. Roshni is there. Roshni Singh. Roshni is not there na. So only Roshni is absent. I hope you guys are opening the HackerRank. You are signing up or not? Aditya is there.
Present, sir.
Raj Singh. Raj Singh,
Present, sir.
Ujjwal. Ujjwal is there. Keshav,
Present, sir.
Upendra, Upendra, no. Yaman is there. Atul,
Present, sir.
Abha is there. Suyash,
Present, sir.
Mansi is there. Ashish, Ashish Singh Tomar, no.
Yes, sir. Attendee तो है.
Okay. Vanshita, Vanshita is there, I think. Bhanu,
Yes, sir. Vanshita present.
Yes, sir.
Sojal is there. Anirudh,
Present, sir.
Anurag is there. Ajita is there. Joel is there. Sejal is there. Nakul, Nakul Jha,
Yes, sir. He is attending.
Khushi is there. Vivek, Vivek Mishra, no.
Sir, Vivek present, sir.
Sir, Vivek is
Satyam,
Satyam present, sir.
Naman is there. Nilesh, Nilesh. Okay, Vaibhav is there, I think. Vaibhav is there.
Present, sir. Present, sir.
Suneha,
And sir.
Akshat,
Yes, sir. Present.
Devansh, Devansh is there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Anu, Anu is there. No. Can anyone check? Anu is not there. Vaishnavi,
Present, sir.
Raj Prajapati, second Raj is not there. Can anyone check? Raj Singh, Raj Prajapati is not there. Okay. Abhay, I think Abhay is there. Adarsh, Adarsh Rathod, no. Adarsh Rathod is not there. Randeep is there. Rohit,
Present, sir.
Ayushi,
Present, sir.
Aman,
Present, sir.
Ayush Kumar, Ayush,
Yes, sir. Present, sir.
Vansh,
Present, sir.
Shivam.
Present, sir.
So absentee are Ujjwal, Bhupendra, Anu, Raj Prajapati and Adarsh. I think no one is attending now. Okay, I am marking the attendance. I think we should not do anything else. What you can do is, I will mark your attendance again. Just do the hacker rank question, okay? Again. I think it will take only 10 minutes or even 5 minutes to write the code for that, because you are only scanning the numbers, okay?
सर वो गलत बता रहा है सर.
Sir,
हाँ.
sir, there is a problem in my PC. This link is not opening.
Problem in the PC means, I mean the
It's
link is
showing
not
some.
opening.
It's showing some error. I have sent you in the chat box, sir. Please see.
Okay. Your browser is not supported. Okay, what you have to do, you have to download Google Chrome, okay, because Internet Explorer is no longer supported. If you have seen the news, there is a new browser called Microsoft Edge. So Internet Explorer, I think I have read that news some days ago. Now you cannot use the Internet Explorer. You cannot open any website. Just try to open any website. Just tell me whether it is working or not. So you have to uninstall this particular software. Either you can download Google Chrome, that is best, or you can download Microsoft Edge. Okay. Say it again.
So installed the system already.
Okay. Ayush, there is some error, na? You have to pass all the test case. A green symbol, right tick will appear. You have to do it. Else I can tell you in the next class. Okay. And this is not the only question you should try. You can try data type topic. You can just try it on the Google C program questions hacker rank. Okay. And you can find questions topic wise on the data type, on the variable, on the for loop, on the array, on the while loop, like this. Okay. On the if else also, on the switch case also, and just do it. And if there is some doubt, you can ask me in the next class, and you can send the question on the WhatsApp also, because sections from other student, like from section B, a lot of students are asking me doubts in the hacker rank question, because I think their syllabus, they have done the array a long time ago, so that's why they are preparing. But right now today we have also done some of the concept of array, so you can do the question from other topics also, from variables, from data type, like this. But this is not the only question you should try. Try the other question also. So let me mark your attendance, and let me stop the recording also.